Let's have a look at how we can use FlockData to tie together different pieces of information and analyze data from the mortgage industry. First, we're going to start with data coming out of the Census Bureau. This is zip code tract information that ties into real estate tracts. And here's what this data looks like according to its document description. We're going to overlay this data with information coming from the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act. Now we've got two sources of information here, loan application records as well as lender records. We can have a quick look at the raw tract information, the raw lender information, and the raw loan application records. We transform them into JSON and import. So let's have a look in FlockData. First thing we can do is search for anything. You'll notice here, if I search for Nebraska, I pull up a number of records for loans applied for in Nebraska. I can dig into each one of those loans individually and get more information about that loan specifically. But let's set up an analysis to look for relationships between gender, ethnicity, and race, and loan approval or denial. I'm just going to go through, choose my factors, and draw out my diagram. So this is an overall view of all the data in all of the records. But let's say I want to start filtering this out. I can simply go into the search bar, enter a criteria that I like. So for instance, I can add a state, I can eliminate a gender, I can start filtering on any number of factors that are present in the dataset. I can also swap my view for something that might be a little bit more intuitive, looking at a kind of left to right type of relationship. I'm just going to change my view here quickly to make it a one-to-one as opposed to a bipartite, redraw my diagram, and again I filtered down. And I can keep playing around with this as much as I like. I can also mouse over any different factor and get more information about the relative prevalence of that data in the data set. Now what's most powerful about FlockData here is that while we're looking at visualizations applied to different queries that we're issuing that merge the graph and the search index, all of the data that we're seeing on the screen is actually represented by a JavaScript object notation dataset returned by those queries. So here we can see it in a visualization, but you're able to take the results of those queries generated by FlockData and incorporate them into any business intelligence tool, any reporting tool, or into a decision-making tool. So there you have it. FlockData helps bring the data together from the different sources and make very interesting types of analysis available.